They laughed at him, not knowing the walls around them belonged to him. David arrived at the dinner with a gentle smile and a modest jacket, unaware that the evening would test his dignity. His wife, Maya, had convinced him to finally meet her extended family, successful, outspoken, and proud. What David didn't know was that this dinner wasn't just a welcome. It was a judgment. From the moment he stepped inside the beautiful suburban house, the comments began. Maya's relatives looked him up and down, whispering about his simple clothes and quiet manners. At the table, the questions turned sharp. "So, David," one uncle smirked, "what do you actually do for a living?" Before he could answer, laughter filled the room. Another cousin joked that Maya could have done better. David stayed calm. He spoke softly, answering politely. He didn't brag. He didn't argue. That only made them mock him more. They talked about money, success, and status, how real men own businesses and properties. Someone joked, "At least you get to eat in a nice house tonight." The table erupted in laughter again, while Maya sat frozen, embarrassed and conflicted. What none of them knew was the truth. Years earlier, David had quietly built a real estate company from nothing. He believed in privacy, not pride. The house they were sitting in, it was part of his investment portfolio. He had purchased it before Maya's aunt ever rented it. The rent checks were deposited into a company account under David's name. When dessert was served, the doorbell rang. A property manager walked in, apologizing for interrupting, and handed David a folder. "Sir, these are the final documents for the house. Congratulations." The room went silent. Maya's family stared as David calmly explained everything. He wasn't unemployed. He wasn't struggling. He was the owner. Faces turned pale. The laughter disappeared. David stood up, smiled kindly, and said, "I've learned that respect shouldn't depend on appearances." He thanked them for dinner and walked out with Maya, who finally understood the depth of the man she married. That night, pride was humbled, and true character was revealed. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because you never know whose life can change in a single moment.